Welcome back, my beautiful friends. How's everybody doing today? And if you're new, hi, my name is Lauren. I'm going to be 52 years old in just a few days. And here I love testing products for mature skin. I love finding affordable makeup that performs like high end. And I also love finding a good dupe now and then. And that's what we're going to be doing today. So if that seems like something you might enjoy, please hit that subscribe and notification bell. We would absolutely love to have you. What's this special bulletin? We have to interrupt today's program with some very important news. A couple of quick shout outs, you guys. I want to wish my niece Bailey a happy birthday. She turned 10 double digits. Also, one of our good friends here, Brenda, it's her birthday as well. So if everybody could wish them both a happy birthday, it would mean so much. Okay, now back to the scheduled program. Okay, you guys, let's just get into this one. I'm super excited. I think I found another dupe palette. If you guys remember, I found this W7 one. It's called Racy on Amazon a while back, and I think I even did a video on it. And you guys, I remember when I purchased it, I'm like, that looks so familiar, and I was almost positive it was a Huda palette. So if you guys take a look at this, you will probably know the palette that I am talking about. And what I did earlier is I did like a side-by-side. That way you guys could see all of the shades, you know, side by side, and you can see a lot of the similarities. And I also would like to do that because then I can see if they're, you know, they feel the same, if one is more chalkier than the other one, or if one has more fallout. So let me just play that clip here. Okay, you guys, did you see how close those two palettes are? I mean, they are very similar. There was just a few shades that were really different. There was a few that felt a little different. So let me show you again what they look like side by side. So again, the dupe is the W7, and this is Racy. And then what it's duping is this Naughty palette by Huda. So let me open this. Of course, the packaging is completely different. This is way more luxe. It's, you know, has some weight, and this is just cardboard. So this is the palette here. As you can see there, I mean, it's almost identical. I mean, it's even lined up the same. You know, sometimes when there's a dupe palette, there's either less shades or, you know, they're arranged differently. This one, no, it's arranged the same exact way. So I will tell you the ones that I saw a major difference, and it's this one here and the Huda. It's that really beautiful, I don't know, like marble effect, a shade. And this one is the dupe here. So let me show you the differences. So this one is the dupe on this finger here, and then the Huda is going to be on this finger. So this is the dupe right here, and this one is the Huda. As you can see, the Huda has way more shifts than the dupe one, and the dupe one almost felt just slightly drier. This one felt a little creamier, but I'm interested to see on the eye, you know, if it's really noticeable. The other shade that I found, you know, a little difference too, again, it's in that marble one here. So I'm actually going to place that one on my pinky, and the dupe palette is this one here. So in the pan, they look almost identical, but they feel different. The one, again, in the dupe palette feels just a little less creamy. So this is the Huda here, and this is the dupe. So as you can see, the Huda is slightly richer to the feel and, you know, how it performs. Another shade that I saw a huge difference was this one here. This one's the Huda and this one is the Dupe. Now you're going to see something interesting here. So I'm going to take the Dupe and I'm going to take the Huda. And this one, who I'm running out of room here, this is the Dupe here, and this is the Huda. So I would say the Dupe one, it just is a little bit more rich than the Huda one, and it felt really creamy, and it also felt like there was like an adhesive in there, you know, to keep everything in place, which I always appreciate. Now the last one that I found a huge difference in was this one here, that really interesting one everybody was always confused on. So let me show you what that is. It's almost like a cream. It's really weird. I don't even know how to explain it. It's almost like a balm, and then it has like some little pearls in there. So I got the Dupe on this one, and I'm going to really rub into this Huda one, and that's the Huda. So where am I going to put this, you guys? Okay, so this is the Dupe, and that is the Huda. I mean, that is just really interesting, you know, to me. I can't even see any shade really to the Huda one. So you guys, there's just slight differences. Again, you know, like my other dupe palettes that I have tested out. Once it's on the eye, I really couldn't tell. So let's get this on the eye and let's see how close they are. Okay, and just so you guys know, I got two different brush sets, you know, so I don't get confused. And I also got my color switch, you know, if I really have to clean off a brush, if I want to use the same brush, because there's only a couple that I would have to probably do that with. Okay, you guys, let's prime these eyes, and I'm going to use my favorite that I get on Amazon, and everything that I will be using will be in the description box below. So yeah, you guys, I forgot to mention, I mentioned it in another video, but my son and daughter-in-law actually bought me this Huda palette because she remembers me talking about that I thought this one was the Dupe. So it was so sweet of her, you know, to think of that and remember that and get me this palette. Now, the price differences is pretty huge. The Huda is still like $67, and I believe she got hers at Sephora. And the W7, you guys, I don't even think it was $13 from what I remember. But I'll definitely look that up and put that, you know, somewhere around here. But from 60, even if it was 20, you guys, that's still a huge savings. So I'm super excited to see, you know, for you guys, if you were wanting this Huda palette but did not want to spend that kind of money, you know, hopefully this is a really close dupe where you really can't tell the difference. Okay, you guys, so what I think I'm going to do, you know, I've just been doing a lot of neutral shades lately, so I kind of want to do something pink, I think, you know, or something in that shade range. So I just don't want to do anything neutral or warm because you guys have probably, you know, bored sick over that. So I think I'm going to start with this upper corner here. It's a really pretty, just light, pale pink. And then this one, it's called Playful. So in the Dupe palette, it's called Playful. Ooh, this is really a pretty shade. In here, you know, in the palette, it just looks so much more pale than what I'm getting as a color payoff. And it's absolutely a beautiful shade. Ooh, even when I swatched it, it didn't look this rich. And this is super buttery. It's going on really nice and even. I'm not seeing any patchiness whatsoever. But I am dipping into the palette a few times. And it would be interesting to know if you have to do that one, you know, with the Huda as well. So, because I do want to deepen this up a little bit. And I do have a lot of space to cover here. Okay, so that's looking really nice. I really love that shade. So now I'm going to go into the Huda palette. The corresponding shade is called Filthy. So again, it's in the same exact placement as the Dupe one. And let's just go in. I barely put my brush in there just to see. And honestly, this one feels the same. And I'm even had to go, you know, having to go back into the palette just like I did the W7. But just like the W7, it's blending out really nice. It's nice and buttery. I'm not getting any patchiness. And, you know, it has about the same amount of kickback as the W7, maybe just slightly less. So these are the shades here. So the Huda is, I mean, like a smidge deeper than the W7. So what I'm going to do is go back into the W7 just to darken it up a little bit, just so they look the same. Okay, so now in the dupe palette, I'm going to go into this shade here. It's called Vampish. So this palette is, you know, it has a lot of plums and it's warm. So it's a very warm palette for sure. And I'm just going to place this Vampish right here. And I'm going to place that right in my crease. Ooh, that is really a beautiful shade. I love burgundies and pinks. I think they're just very flattering on a lot of people. Yeah, so for me, I enjoy this palette. But if you're not like a really warm tone palette person, this probably would not be for you. You know, I got to really be in the mood for these shades here, like oranges and stuff like that. You know, like I said, I just really have to be in the mood to use those. So this was, you guys, that was so easy. And I think I'm going to go into this first brush, the one that had, I think it was called Playful on there, a really light pink shade. And I'm just going to, you know, be at the edge here of Vampish, just to really blend the two together and soften that harsh edge that I had. And that looks really good. Okay, so let's go into the Huda palette. And this is going to be Untamed is the corresponding shade to that. And I'm just going to do the same thing. Okay, now this one, did I use the same shade? Yes, I did. Now, on the eye, it looks slightly different. This one looks a little bit more pink, and right now that one is looking a little bit more deeper, more like a burgundy. So, and it's a little bit more pigmented. I don't know, it's hard to tell because the shades are quite different. Yeah, this one in the Huda is more of a plum, and as you can see, that is a little, I don't know what shade that would be, more like a, yeah, just like a more of a pink shade here. So this is a little interesting because when I swatched it, it really didn't seem that much different. But let me take the first brush that I was using on the Huda, do the same thing, and really just soften up this edge. Yeah, those two are really a different shade for sure. Now, the interesting thing is I like them equally. Like I said, I love a plum and I love this, you know, now and then. So for me to have both of these palettes is actually kind of good because I do enjoy both. So, but yeah, this is a little interesting. Okay, in the dupe palette, I'm now going to go into the shade Yearning and just really deepen up this outer corner. And let's see how this goes. And I'm just going to stay focused basically right here at the outer corner. Make like almost like a V just to deepen that up. Yeah, not take it over too much. Yeah, I just want a little bit of richness to this outer corner. I'm just going to sweep this across the eyelid just a little bit. And I will say, you know, both palettes are blending out equally, basically, you know, the same amount of time. So let's now go into the Huda palette and the corresponding shade. And this one is called Spicy, and that's right here. And I'm going to do the same thing. So yeah, you guys, it's not an exact dupe, which is kind of a bummer. Now, again, with the dupe palette, what I kind of like better about this at this point, as you can see, when I went into the shade Yearning, there's, you know, a difference. You know, I could tell where it got deepened up. You know, there's a different shade. Where I feel in the Huda, these two are so similar. Like this one, you know, it just really deepened up that outer corner. And this one, I'm really even having a hard time distinguishing between the two. So that's just interesting to know. Okay, you guys, that's about all I think I want to do here. You know, because I don't want to add too much craziness to this. But of course, I'm going to use a shimmer. And what I think I'm going to do is first go into, it's called, in the W7, I think it says Friday. Is this, okay, yeah, I want to make sure I don't have the Huda. And let's see what that looks like. And it's super pretty. And not really glittery. It's just very, there's a lot of shimmer. It looks like there's a lot of glitter, but it's not flying everywhere. Oops, sorry, you guys, which I really appreciate. So let's go into the Huda palette, and the corresponding shade is called Irresistible. Now, the Huda felt a little bit more creamier. And, yeah, you got to be really careful because it does pick up a lot of product, and I just saw like a little piece fall off my finger. So that can be a good thing and a bad thing, you know, where it's super pigmented, where you don't have to, you know, go into the pan quite often. Now, those two shades are very, very similar. And you guys, I have to try this. I just have to, just to see, you know, the big difference on the eye. So I'm going to stay in the Huda palette, and I'm going to put it on my pinky. And I'm really just going to swirl it around because I want to see the difference. So I'm just going to place that more towards the inner corner and just sweep that right at my lash line, just so it does blend a little nicer. Oh, that is very, very pretty though. Oh, I love that. That is absolutely gorgeous. I imagine if you put that all across the eyelid, that would be really pretty. So I am just going to add a little bit more just so we can see it. Okay, so let's go into the Dupe palette, which is this one here. And I'm going to put that in the inner corner as well. Yeah, this one definitely is not as pigmented as the Huda one, but can you really tell a difference is the question. Interesting here. On the eye, it's coming up that there's more shifts. You guys, this these two palettes have me floored right now. So let me go back into the Huda and try to really deepen that up. That is really interesting. So I'm going to actually push a little more firm just to see if that helps. You know, it's just two different shifts. Very, very interesting. I don't know if I was to go out in public, if anybody would really notice. What I am also noticing with the Huda, I do have some fallout here. The Dupe palette, there's very minimal fallout. So I am just going to wipe that across here because I am going to do a wing today. And I don't know how bold I want to take it, you guys. I haven't decided yet because I've really never done a very bold wing on here. But I'm definitely going to use tape, and I'm going to use my little dispenser here. So I'm just going to place this along my lower lash line and up towards my temple. I'm finding that's a very good placement for me. And that's the other thing. You just have to find what placement would work best for you. And I get this on Amazon. I absolutely love it. And I'm going to use this pen, you guys. This is amazing. I absolutely love this pen. If you guys haven't seen it, I actually got it on Amazon, and it looks like this. This is like a velvet. And doesn't that look like Charlotte Tilbury? It's just very luxe, and the hook looks like this, or the felt tip. It has like a hook. And yeah, it's just so unique, you guys. So let me get my mirror, and I'm going to try to do a little larger of a wing today. So I'm going to do it a little different. I think I'm going to do a bat wing. So I'm going to start, and you're going to want to, you know, be facing straight forward. You don't want to, you know, turn your head because you're going to want your hood to come into play. So I'm just going to And as you can see how it skipped, I have an empty space right there. So when that happens, what you're supposed to do is just go down like that. And I'm going to bring it across a little bit just to fill that area in here. And then you basically just fill in this. I hope, you guys, I hope this isn't going to look ridiculous. So it might, but oh well. So that is the bat wing. So the idea between or for that is when I see some mistakes. Okay. So when I open, you can still see my wing. And that's why they do it, you guys. So let's try it on this side. Again, I'm just going to look straight forward. And I'm going to go straight across. And again, as you can see, now I'm just going to go downward. And I'm going to move my way across the eyelid. And then I'm going to go back and really fill in the spaces. This eyeliner makes everything so much easier. Okay, you guys, let's see how these bat wings turned out. But as you can see how fast that was, especially with that pen and the tape. So this is the wing. And as you can see, so when I smile, you still can see it. This one, I may have taken it up just a little further than this one. So let me show you how easy that is to fix with this pen, because it is just so, it just glides effortlessly. So I am just going to, there we go. I had to concentrate there for a second. So the best way is to put your finger, your pinky finger, and really just use that as, you know, a guide or some leverage, and then you can work a little easier. Otherwise, you start, you know, getting shaky because you're so afraid to mess up your wing. Okay, guys, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with that wing. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera, you know, apply the rest of my base makeup. I'll come back and we're going to finish up this eye look. Okay, so all my base products are applied, and what I used was this D'Alba. I've been loving this. This really hydrates your skin. So I've been using this as like a first step, you know, before I apply all my base products. And then for my, fill my pores, I did use my She Glam. And then for a primer, which I use today, is my Good Molecules. I love this. I think it is just really nice for the skin. It has skincare benefits in here. And then for my foundation, you guys, I did this. You know, I thought I really want to, you know, see how these two work together. And they're both by L'Oreal, and they're both the true match. So, well, one is the tinted serum, and this one is the foundation. So I mixed the two together. You guys try it. You're welcome, because it is a very good combination. I absolutely love how my skin looks right now. Yeah, I just figured, you know, it's kind of the same thing. One's just going to be, you know, a little bit more full of coverage. This shade is N3, and then this here is 2-3. And then for my under eyes, for my concealer, I use this. You guys, it's been working for my under eyes. And what I have found, if my eyes are super dry, under eyes are super dry, I go in with a little bit of rose hip. I didn't have to do that today. So if you're having trouble with this and it's looking super dry, try either rose hip oil or really, you know, rubbing it into any applicator that you're using. And then I just set the face with this here, my Neutrogena, and this is the Radiant Setting Spray. Oh, and then for bronzer, I did use my Tarte here. I love this. This is their, I guess, Tarte C Breezy. And so it comes with the bronzer. So I used this bronzer and this blush here. And then I did set my face with powder a little bit, and I wanted to try this. And what I found today, it looked a little better. And the reason why is I used a very slightly damp sponge, so it wasn't as powdery looking. Like I don't have that powder, you know, in my crevices here. You guys, I see foundation in my hair. Ignore that. But yeah, it doesn't look as powdery as it did the other day. So hopefully that will help. Okay, you guys, I want to get a second opinion on this eye look. So I'm going to call Daryl in and see if he can tell the difference. And you guys, if you don't know Daryl, he's my husband. He watches a lot of my videos, so he's very knowledgeable on makeup. Hold on. Daryl? Daryl? Hi.
Hi.
Come say hi. There he is. Okay, come here. I got a question to ask you. I got 2 different palettes on. Okay. Can you tell a difference, first of all?
Yes.
You can. Okay. Which one is the high-end palette?
This one.
Okay, what's the differences that you see?
Besides color,
Well, the color then, yeah. You see a difference in the color?
I do see a difference in the color.
Okay, now if I was to go out in public, do you think somebody would really notice?
No.
Okay. Okay, so what else did you notice?
That one's a little creasing.
Okay. Okay. That one's creasing a little. Interesting. Okay. Thank you, sweetie.
Okay.
I appreciate your...
Was that right?
Oh, no, you were not right, actually. This is the high end.
Oh, boy.
The $67 palette. All right, thank you so much. Okay, that's interesting. Very interesting, you guys. Okay, so what he was saying is this one is starting to look like it's creasing. And again, you know, I do have the hooding, so one could be, you know, worse than the other. So when I have creasing, I'm really not concerned about that, and I'm not going to blame the palette. Now, he did notice that, you know, the color, 2 different colors, and which I noticed right off the bat. But now that all the rest of my makeup's applied, it's not that different. But what he thought was the high-end palette was this eye. So I love getting someone else's perspective, especially someone who's not super knowledgeable with makeup, because their eye isn't like our eye would be, you know, knowing the difference. So I'm actually just going to put a little bit more blush, and I'm going to go over that, you know, the cream blush with my Milani. I absolutely love this. It's called Dolce Pink. And what I love about it, as you can see, there's like all these different shifts in here. So it's almost like a little bit of a highlighter too. So I'm just going to place just a little bit, again, just to set that blush here, the cream blush, and just to add like a little bit more glow. Okay, now the reason why I waited to do my mascara is because I really want to show you guys, if you haven't seen my previous video where I did use this tool, because honestly, you have to get it, and it's only $9. If there's one thing that I would tell anybody to purchase, if you wear mascara, you really should get this tool here. This is such an amazing tool. I just can't even believe I've lived this long without it. So I'm just going to hurry up and curl my lashes. And what I love about this tool, it's like a multi-purpose tool. So what you're going to want to do is really just, you know, put it here when you go to put on your mascara. So it's for that. I saw somebody over on TikTok and Instagram use it just to hold their lashes down while they apply their falsies, which, oh my gosh, I think that will be amazing for me. And I can't wait to try to see if that works. And then on this, and then on this edge, you know, you would put that on your lower lash line. Or, yeah, just like that. And, you know, if you put mascara on your lower lashes, then that will make it easier too. But I'm going to show you how it works with the upper lashes. And what I'm going to use is my Milani. And this is the Two Bean Mascara. I've been loving this. So if you haven't seen this, this is the wand here. This is another dupe for sure from the Thrive one. I mean, they are almost identical. So I'm just going to show you how amazing this tool is. So as you can see, you know, it's really separating the lashes, and I'm not going to get this all over, you know, my eyelid with a lot of cleanup, and it really just lets you get right at that base to lift up your lashes. So let me just remove this so you can see what just happened. I mean, this is amazing. Again, if anything you ever, see me use that you should buy, this is it. So I'm just going to finish up these lashes and I'll come back and we'll finish off this look. Okay, so this is what the lashes look like. Don't they look amazing? I mean, again, that tool is just, you just have to have it. And also that mascara, this is really nice. So I can't wait till it comes out in the stores. It was $13.99, which is a lot, cheaper than the Thrive one. And yeah, it performs exactly the same and it removes exactly the same. Okay, all we have to do is the lips, you guys. And I kind of want to try this shade here or this lipstick. The kids got me like a 7-piece kit from Sephora for Christmas. And this one's the Charlotte Tilbury. But I'm a little nervous that it's not going to go with this look. But we're going to try it, you guys. I will. And this is in the shade Pillow Talk. So this is like the one everybody loves. So I'm super excited to try that. And I am going to line my lips with my Catrice Plumping Lip Liner. And I'm just trying to find the shade here. It's called What a Doll. So it'll be interesting to see if these two, go together. Okay, so the lip liner is all applied. And let's go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. So this is what it looks like. And I'm super excited. It has like a little sweet scent. That's what I'm picking up. I don't know, you guys. Maybe I'm just smelling things. But let's try this and see why everybody loves it so much. Okay, well, interesting. It goes perfect with this lip liner. I mean, perfect. Okay, so it is super creamy. Yeah, I could see why people love it. I mean, honestly, for me, I do have other lipsticks that kind of feel like this, but it is a beautiful shade, and I don't have that shade in my collection. So, but as for feel, yeah, I mean, it's nice and creamy and very comfortable. All right, you guys, so this is the final look here. And I'm going to come a little closer just so you guys can see if you see a huge difference, like a $40, $50 price difference. Honestly, I definitely could get away with going out in public like this, and I don't think nobody would really notice. So, again, there's a lot of similarities. There are some that are, a little different. There's some that perform better in the high end than the dupe, and there's some that perform better in the dupe than the high end, to me. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, if you'd help me out by hitting that like button, I would truly appreciate it. I can't wait to see you guys again. I love you so much. And until next time.